is your reaction when it's time to give a speech? Do you experience fear, anxiety, panic, or distress? Do you experience all of those reactions to public speaking? If you do, that's okay. I'm Dr. Shalonda Jones, and I'm a public speaking coach. It is an honor for me to help people learn to transform their concerns with public speaking into confidence. In this conversation, we will talk about various reasons why you may have the reaction you do to public speaking, and I will share with you a few tips to help you learn to control your reaction to public speaking. Since you are here, you definitely seem like someone who's ready to become a confident public speaker. Hit the subscribe button because I release tips all the time to help you learn to transform your concerns with public speaking into confidence. Like this video and share it with others. And let's go ahead and get into our conversation about how to transform your concerns with public speaking into confidence. There are 4 main reasons people experience concerns with public speaking. Listen to the 4 main reasons, and whichever one sounds like it's most like what you experience, leave a comment below. When you leave a comment below, it helps to support other people and helps you to process what you are experiencing. We're creating a community to support each other and help each other become more confident as public speakers, okay? The first reason is called feeling isolated. Feeling isolated means if you are someone who stands before the audience and sees all those eyes looking at you and that makes you uncomfortable, that's technically called feeling isolated. There's a certain pressure that goes along with being the center of attention. The reason is, since we are human beings, we are hardwired. We are naturally created to belong. The person who does something that is contrary to the norms of the larger group is isolated from the group. Think about when you were in elementary school. I'll use myself for an example. When I was in elementary school, I was a talkative little person. And of course, it was inappropriate to talk during class time when we were learning. What did my teachers do to correct that behavior? Young lady, go to the corner. So here I am. The rest of the class is sitting in their seat. Here I am being isolated from the rest of the class. All eyes are on me, watching me go to the corner because I've done something that's not consistent with the social norm. Now, of course, my teachers did nothing wrong because they had to maintain social order and maintain the integrity of their learning environment. But the point is, those kinds of experiences teach us subconsciously that the person who does something contrary to the social norm of the entire group is isolated from the group. That kind of thought, that kind of teaching carries over into various situations like public speaking. That's why when you are the person who is the center of attention in a situation like public speaking and all of those eyes are looking at you and only you, it's uncomfortable. Subconsciously, we are wanting to belong as human beings to the larger group. Subconsciously, when we belong to the larger group, like the audience in a public speaking situation, that means that we are doing something right. However, in a situation like public speaking, when you are the person standing before the group and all those eyes are looking at you, they're looking at you for your expertise. In public speaking situations, you've not done anything wrong at all. You've done something right. You have knowledge, you have understanding, you have experience, you have expertise, which is why you stand out from the crowd. Remind yourself repeatedly, this is a situation where I stand out because I've done something right. These people want to know what I know. These people want to learn what I know how to do. These people want to understand more about the products, goods, or services I have to offer. That's why I'm the center of attention, and that makes me stand out from other people who are learning from me. That's the first one, feeling isolated. When it comes to feeling isolated, know that you are in a situation where you are standing out because of your expertise, because you have something of value to offer. The second reason people have concerns with public speaking is called all or nothing thinking. This is how you will know if all or nothing thinking is a concern for you when it comes to public speaking. If you are a perfectionist, like I am, if you believe everything has to be done flawlessly, all or nothing thinking is probably the reason you have concerns with giving speeches. The reality of it is, when it comes to all or nothing thinking, we feel vulnerable, like we're open for an attack if we make a mistake. We feel like people can point out our mistakes, and it feels like an attack on our social well-being when people point out our mistakes. That's why all or nothing thinking presents a concern when it comes to public speaking. But the reality of it is, there's no such thing as a perfect speech. I don't care how polished the speech appears to be. I don't care how confident the speaker appears to be. I don't care how well the audience responds to the speaker. There is no such thing as a perfect speech. More than that, we are human. Humans make mistakes. Humans make mistakes. However, we can attain excellence. Excellence means that we give it our very best effort and we excel beyond what we know how to do. That means we do a little extra. Therefore, the person who has concerns with all or nothing thinking, that perfectionist like me, remind yourself, perfection is not humanly possible. Excellence is attainable. I am going to do all that I know how to do and add a little extra just to give it that excellence. That's how we overcome all or nothing thinking, particularly when it comes to public speaking. A third reason people have concerns with public speaking is called overgeneralization. Overgeneralization occurs when someone has had a bad experience in the past associated with public speaking, and they're concerned that experience will be the outcome for current and future public speaking experiences. For example, have you ever been to a restaurant, the first time you go to that restaurant, and the service was horrible? And you decide, because the service was horrible the first time you went to that restaurant, it's going to be horrible again, and it will be horrible in the future. You just decide not to go to that restaurant ever again. That's an example of overgeneralization. When it comes to public speaking, if you've ever had an experience where maybe somebody may have laughed when you spoke, I know someone that actually happened to, who was able to overcome that past experience. Or if a speech didn't go like you expected it to go in the past, and you're concerned that outcome will happen in current and future speaking experiences, those are examples of overgeneralization. When it comes to overgeneralization, the key is to learn from that experience. Not allow that experience to hold you hostage and not pursue future experiences. Think about what could have gone better. What could be done differently to get a better outcome? Always think about what you did well. There was something you did well, whether it was prepared, organized the information, created a wonderful presentation aid, whatever it was. Always give yourself credit for what you did well. Combine the two. Take what you did well. Think about what could have gone differently to make the experience better. Put the two together. Reassure yourself this time is different. I am overcoming this concern of overgeneralization. I am having a better outcome this time. That's how you manage overgeneralization, the third reason people have concerns. Remember, any of these concerns that sound like something you experience, leave a comment below. Leaving a comment will help you to process your experience, and it will help other people understand they're not the only ones. We're creating a community of support here. We are confident public speakers. Now for the last reason people experience concerns with public speaking. The fourth main reason people experience concerns with public speaking is called fortune telling. That means the person does not give themselves a chance to see if they will do well, because they just foretell of a disastrous experience. They foretell they will not do well. They believe that they're just not good at public speaking. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. Anytime you're developing a skill, which public speaking is a skill that can be learned, you will go through a process where you have to learn the steps to become the confident public speaker that's inside of you. It's inside of you. Those are the 4 main reasons people experience concerns with public speaking. I will review them. Remember, any of those 4 reasons that sound like a reason you have a concern with public speaking, leave a comment. Leaving a comment helps you to process your experience and helps other people to understand they're not alone. The first reason is called feeling isolated. That's when all those eyes are on you and only you as a speaker. Remember, you're the center of attention because you have expertise, knowledge, products, goods, and services that people can benefit from. You've done something right. That's why people need your expertise. The second reason is called all or nothing thinking. Perfectionists like me believe everything has to be flawless when perfection just is not humanly possible to attain. But we can attain excellence. That means we give a little more than we know how to do. When we attain excellence, that means that we are adding to the skills that we already have to become even better at what we already know how to do. The third reason is overgeneralization. Listen, it's unfortunate you had that experience in the past if overgeneralization is a concern for you. However, learn from that experience. Refuse to allow that experience to hold you hostage. Learn from that experience. Overcome the thoughts that repeatedly tell you that previous experience, the outcome from the previous experience will happen again in current and future situations. It doesn't have to. It can turn out a lot better when you analyze the things that you've done well, apply those things, keep those techniques that you've done that worked well from the previous experience, and learn how you can modify the outcome from before to get a better outcome this time and in future public speaking situations. And finally, when it comes to the fortune teller, the person who just believes that they're just not good at public speaking, that's not true about you. Public speaking is a skill and it can be learned. It may take practice, but when you make up in your mind that you have everything that it takes to become a confident public speaker, you will do a great job. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share the 4 main reasons people experience public speaking concerns. Congratulations on taking the steps necessary to transform your concerns into confidence. Join me again. There are more tips coming. Until we speak, be audacious. Have the nerve to do something intentional today to help make your greatest ambition your greatest accomplishment.